Hey guys, this is Mike Chen. You know, living in New York City, one of my favorite things to eat is pizza. And I honestly just had a blast going on a pizza tour of Manhattan. I thought I'd do it again. This time in Brooklyn, where many people say has the best pizza in New York. So we're gonna go try a bunch of places and we'll see if that's true. Roberta's Pizza. I just found out about this place. I don't know why I just found out about this place. Just a couple of weeks ago when I was mentioning I was doing a pizza tour of Brooklyn and someone said, oh, then you gotta go to Roberta's. I'm like, what's Roberta's? How dumb am I for not knowing about this place? I feel ashamed. Long story short, pizza here, amazing. We're gonna start from their famous original. Now, this pizza is a combination of 3 cheese, mozzarella, parmesan, and caciocavallo. I love the beautiful char of this pizza. This thing is like an artistic pizza canvas, and this is like the artist's signature that I always look for when I want a great pizza. And it's just very simple slice, but look at the beautiful pattern and the bubbly crust. You can also tell from the bottom, you see, this is just my favorite pattern of all time. When I look on the bottom of a pizza, I want to see that. Also, another reason I connect with this place so well is they love their chili. So many of their pizzas have a spice element to it. If you look closely, this pizza has chili peppers on it as well. I love pizza for breakfast. The tomatoes on this pizza, deliciously sweet, juicy. You get a nice kick from the chili on this pizza. And the dough, that's really what I fell in love with last time I was here. When you have such sweet tomatoes on the pizza, a slight bit of bitterness from the char, it's just what the pizza doctor ordered. It just highlights how sweet this pizza is. It really just keeps things interesting in your mouth. This is the pizza I ordered last time. This I feel like is the must-get pizza when you come here. This is the bee sting. It has tomatoes, mozzarella, fresh basil, of course chili again, honey, and these gorgeous bigger cousin of the pepperoni, the sopressata. I mean, if you're looking for a pizza work of art, get pizza. This is it right here. Every time I bite into this pizza, granted it's only been twice, it takes me back to the first time. Because the flavor profile of this pizza just kind of shocks you. Because first thing you taste is just the sweet honey on this pizza, which is not a really traditional ingredient on pizza. And then you get something else that's sweet, and that's the tomatoes. Then as you keep chewing, the smoky flavor of the sopressata hits you, and then the chili flakes. I think that's where the sting is coming from this bee sting pizza. And that's all wrapped up in just the most, again, chewy, nice, melt in your mouth pizza dough. Oh, one more thing. Another reason I love this place. They got hot oil. All right, come on. How would I not love this place if they got hot oil? This is actually legit, really good, really spicy, fragrant hot oil. I mean, I know my hot oil, and that's a good one right there. And this thing is already spicy. Again, like, I love this place because it's not a traditional, you would think a traditional pizza joint, you know? It's not just about its mozzarella and its tomato sauce and the fine ingredients, which this place has all that. But it's really innovative and creative. I love how daring they are with their flavors. And this pizza, I really fell in love with when I just added a hot oil. Perfect, so perfect. Last one, they recommended this to me. This is called the Beastmaster. And this is a serious looking pie. It's got tomato, mozzarella, gorgonzola cheese, onions, capers, jalapeno, pork sausage. I think this pizza is gonna have a slightly different spice flavor because the spice is mainly coming from the jalapenos now. And I think it's gonna be meatier because, good Lord, look at the size of these pork sausages, right? This pizza I'm gonna love because, oh, yeah. That's a nice pizza bubble. The flavor profile is really different, mainly because, hang on a second. The pork, onions, and jalapenos makes a huge difference because those ingredients just gave this pizza a huge crunch factor. The onions, when you bite into it, is still a little juicy and crunchy. I mean, that's pretty amazing because this thing is like cooked in the pizza oven. And the jalapenos, again, still retain the crunch. Well, that thing burns. Wow, yeah, that Beastmaster just stabbed my throat or something. Whew. And what that does when combined with the pork, is create perfect harmony. I think this pizza, above all the other pizzas I've had here, this is more in-your-face flavor. It's aggressive, it's bold, but at the same time, it's just so harmonious. Only one thing I can make it even more amazing. Again, one of my favorite pizza places in Brooklyn. Can't believe I never ate here before, but you guys should not make the mistake I made. Come here, try these pizzas out. Definitely recommend the Beasting. 100% recommend the Beastmaster. And of course, whatever you're eating, you gotta pair it up with this baby. By the way, just wanna say, everybody here, so nice. All right, this is gonna be a pizza day, so we're not just stopping here. Let's keep going. Location number 2. Right now, I'm at a Brooklyn institution. Totonno's been operating since the 1920s, and just got my pie. It's piping hot. Take a look at this. Large, regular, that's all you need. It looks like you could just be swimming in all that cheese and tomato sauce. This place, everything ridiculously fresh. Something else I love about it, look how thin the dough is. This reminds me of Ruby Rosa's thin crust pizza. A little less crispy, but just as thin. And for me, I don't mean to body shame a pizza, but when it comes to pizza, thinner the better for me. The tomato sauce, ridiculously sweet. It's not overly seasoned, it's just highlighted by all the ingredients they use. I mean, you can tell, this is old school pizza. There's nothing too fancy about it, but with every single bite, from the creaminess of the cheese, the sweet tomato sauce, the soft pillowy dough, which is just slightly crunchy on the outside. I mean, you wanna know what New York pizza is? This is New York pizza, and it's a must try. And before I came here, a lot of people told me about this place, saying, the pizza is great, but the service is really not there. But I mean, for me, it's usually all about the food, so I tend to not care as much about the service. But Mike, the person who made this pizza, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So if you're ever in Coney Island, maybe forget the hot dog, come get yourself a pizza. Pizza day in Brooklyn continues, and I just gotta say, I don't come to Brooklyn nearly enough. I have never been to an institution like Paulie Gee's before, and I'm kind of kicking myself all day because as soon as I came in here, I'm smelling the pizza cooking in the wood fire oven. It's got my heart pumping. Neapolitan style pizza is one of my favorites. I love everything about it. Fresh ingredients, how soft the dough is, how fast it's cooked. This is the classic. This is the Regina. It's just a bunch of fresh ingredients. Fresh basil, fresh tomato sauce, olive oil, mozzarella, cheese. And there's something so pretty about the char pattern on a Neapolitan pie. And this is really simple, simply delicious. The dough smells so incredibly fresh. And again, just the beautiful char marks all around this pizza. Everything about it just screams quality and authenticity. The first thing I taste is just the aroma of the olive oil and the fragrance of the basil. The dough is so soft and fluffy. Just a hint of crunch and slight bit of bitterness. You could never go wrong with ordering something like this. All right, next pie I get is something I don't typically get at pizza places or anywhere else. It's a pie called the Green Pointer. This is definitely the healthiest pizza I've ever ordered. This thing, fresh mozzarella, fresh arugula, olive oil, lemon juice, and shaved Parmigiana on top. I don't even know how to handle this right now. I've never seen so much greens on my pizza before. I'm seriously thinking, if I love pizza and I eat this, I think I can live longer. This is a cheesy pizza. Let's explore a little bit. Oh, there it is. So under the mountain of arugula, a ton of mozzarella cheese. It's great because the cheese is so creamy and the arugula brings just a slight bitterness to it, but a nice fresh crunch. I think the genius of this whole thing, that the element that kind of ties it together, is the lemon juice. I love that citrusy element of this pizza. It's basically an arugula salad pizza. Two of those words make me a little afraid. One of them makes me really happy. Three of them together, I can get on board with that. This next pie, I am so excited about. Oh my gosh, this is one of the most popular pies, the Hellboy. I don't even care. But when a pizza is called the Hellboy, I'm imagining things in my head. I'm imagining something that's spicy, something that's fiery, something that's pepperoni-y. Also, what's on this is something I absolutely adore on pizza now. Honey. I mean, just look at the curves on this baby. Something that would sound really creepy otherwise, but on pizza, this is like the sexiest thing on a pizza. Whether it's a curvy pepperoni or a curvy soppressata, just with that little bit of oil trapped inside. Oh my, just from that one bite of the soppressata, I know I got a good meal ahead of me. This thing calls to my soul. This thing just stole a piece of my heart. Get it? Pizza my. The soppressata is amazing. Incredibly smoky and spicy and charred on the edges. What I thought was trapped on there was maybe some oil. There's hot honey on it. So this spicy sausage becomes even spicier and it's a little sweeter. That's the star of this pizza. You know when you like meet somebody, you know you're gonna love them for the rest of your life, or you pass somebody on the street, you know they're your soulmate. If you never see them again, you're gonna keep looking. That's how I feel with this pizza. The only difference is I can come back and it's only gonna cost me $17 to refresh this feeling. And trust me, this feeling will be refreshed a lot. My last pizza is the Cherry Jones. Fresh mozzarella, gorgonzola, prosciutto, dried cherries, and orange blossom honey. This is a massive little prosciutto blanket. I wish I had a prosciutto blanket. Oh wow. I feel like I just bit into a cheesy fruit garden. It took a while for all the flavors to get to me. At first I tasted the cherries and the prosciutto, which sweet and salty, and then you got the cheesy element. I mean, it is very gorgonzola-y. I think my favorite is still the Hellboy, but this, if you want something extremely unique and delicious and creative, come here and get this. It's like Pizza Pac-Man. I got one more place to go, but seriously guys, if you've never been to Paulie Gee, I can't believe I've lived in New York for about 15 years. I've never been here. That's food regret. That's 15 years worth of food regret. I could have spent, the last 15 years together with you and we just kind of missed out on time. But please don't make the same mistake I did. Come here and try out this pizza. Seriously, this is just, I mean, this whole place is, I feel like the perfect way to describe it is quality meeting creativity. All right, I gotta have my quality time and I'll see you guys in the next place. I'm at my next pizza location, Lucali's, and it's about 4 o'clock. This place doesn't open till 6. Why am I here? Well, here's how this place works. There's no reservations. You have to start lining up around 4 or 4:30, and they start taking names at 5 o'clock for to-go orders and seating. And typically, if you get here by, say, 5:30 or 6, you're not eating here tonight. So for some reason, after 2 pizza meals already, I'm still really hungry, so I want to be eating here when it opens. And that's why, 4 o'clock, here I am. Last pizza of the day. I've heard so much about this place, and that really lived up to the hype. That first bite. That pepperoni, that pepper owned me. The waitress suggested shallots on the pizza. What a great call. It's probably such a nice crunchy element. The crust is amazingly thin. Sweet tomato sauce, nothing overwhelming. Everything about the pizza, look at this. It's almost like eating a pita bread. Really crunchy on the outside, really crunchy and extremely chewy on the inside, perfectly charred. This crust is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's not heavy at all. You really taste all the fresh ingredients on this pizza. The wonderfully smoky, spicy pepperoni, the fragrant basil, the creamy cheese. I might like this more than I like Ruby Rosa's vodka pie. No wonder Jay-Z and Beyonce comes here once a week. This is the biggest calzone I've ever seen in my life. When they say a large calzone, I didn't know they meant a calzone monster. And this is cheese and pepperoni. And to dip, look at this. It's just a lake of marinara with more cheese. This is amazing calzone. So crunchy on the outside and so tender on the inside. I mean, you need the marinara sauce because this thing is just so cheesy. This place definitely knows what to do with their dough. That was an amazing pizza day. Almost as good as it's been had. As much as I love Ruby Roses and I love Prince Street, I might have to give Brooklyn this slight edge. There's just so many fantastic pizza places. You got the traditional pie like over at Lucali's, or you got the really innovative ones over at Roberta's and Paulie Gee's. You know what? After today I realized Pizza Heaven does exist, and it's here in Brooklyn. Also, one place I know you guys are gonna bring up that I didn't go to is the Ferris. I did go there a couple years ago, so if you wanna watch that video, I'll include the link for you guys in my description box below. So definitely check it out if you get the chance. And in the words of Jay-Z, slightly modified by me, I came, I saw, I devoured. And although I've got 99 problems, today, pizza was definitely not one of them. I'm sorry, Jay-Z, don't get mad at me. Anyway, as always, all the places I went to is listed for you guys in my description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. And also, if you like this t-shirt, definitely check out my merchandising store. It should be right down there. Thank you so much for watching. Until we eat again, I'll see you later.